Samsung just changed its foldable strategy, and this time it's clearly not for Android users, it's for the Apple. This is the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, and this might be one of the Samsung's most calculated moves in years. As this is our first proper look at the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, the CAD renders were shared by OnLeaks, and the biggest change hits you instantly. Samsung is finally moving away from that tall, narrow foldable design and shifting to a shorter, much wider and like passport style layout. Something people have been asking for years, and now it's actually happening after Apple decided to do it. Now on the paper, the displays might sound slightly smaller compared to the regular Fold, but that doesn't really tell the full story. Because of the wider aspect ratio, content just fits better. On current Fold phones, when you watch videos, you always get those thick black bars because of the tall screen. On this one, those bars are reduced, so even though the display is technically smaller, the actual video experience feels bigger and more immersive. And it's not just about watching content, this design actually makes multitasking much better. Running multiple apps side by side feels more natural instead of cramped. Even the outer display, despite being shorter, feels more usable because it's wider. Now let's talk about what's inside. The Z Fold 8 Wide is expected to come with the latest Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset, so performance is not going to be an issue at all. It's also expected to have around a 5000 mAh of battery with 45 watts of charging, which would give you a solid battery life, especially considering the slightly smaller screen area. But here is where things get a bit questionable. Samsung is removing the telephoto camera completely on this model. You are only getting a 200 megapixel main sensor and a 50 megapixel ultra wide. That's it. Now for the basic zoom, the main sensor can still handle things through cropping, but once you go into longer zoom ranges, you will definitely notice the drop in the quality. So if zoom really matters to you, this is clearly a downgrade. That said, the rest of the camera experience could still be strong, especially if Samsung brings over its latest software improvements from the Ultra lineup. On the design side, this phone is slightly thicker than the regular Fold, which makes sense because of the wider body and camera setup. But overall, it still keeps that slim foldable profile when unfolded. Now, apart from that, both of the regular Fold 8 and wide version are expected to share a lot of features. That includes improved charging speeds, anti-reflective displays, and most importantly, a new display structure that could finally reduce or almost eliminate the crease. Samsung has been working on this for a while, and if they actually pull it off, that alone could be a huge upgrade. Now here is the real question. Why is Samsung doing this now? And the answer is very simple. Apple. Apple is preparing to launch its first foldable iPhone, and all leaks suggest it's going to follow this same wide book style design. So Samsung is trying to get ahead of that. They want to launch this first and make it clear that they did it before the Apple. But here is where things get risky. We have seen Samsung rush products before just to beat Apple, and it didn't always go well. So if they rush this one too, it could easily backfire, just like it did in the case of Samsung S25 Edge. Pricing is expected to stay around the same range as on the regular Fold, somewhere close to that premium flagship mark, $2,000, maybe slightly lower since you are losing a camera, and that's clearly intentional because Apple's foldable is also expected to land around the same price. So this phone isn't just about innovation, it's about competition, and clearly Samsung is positioning this directly against the Apple before Apple even enters the market. So that's pretty much it for this video. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.